Digital marketing is still in many ways an emerging form of marketing for pharmaceutical companies. But arguably it has been more important than ever after the world turned more online in early 2020. There are many forms of digital advertising, some of which are paid for by the company and others that aren't. It is important to know that pharmaceutical companies are subject to regulations by online platforms based on the region they're trying to advertise in, and the major players like Facebook and Google are pretty good at outlining these. However, there are a few ways that you can get around these regulations, one of which we're seeing more and more as the years go by, and this is influencer marketing. A pretty well-known example of this was in 2015 when Kim Kardashian was reportedly paid $500,000 from Duchesne USA to post about the medication Diclégis. At that stage, it was more of an emerging form of advertising and there wasn't as much awareness about this particular form of advertising online. Since then, however, many other influencers have used the same kind of promotion technique. These examples show that pharmaceutical companies have worked out ways to promote prescription-only medications direct to consumers. This is something that's only traditionally been available in New Zealand and the USA, but now they're reaching a global audience. This is a very effective way of reaching consumers in an attempt to persuade the prescription practices of their medical professionals. But does this form of advertising actually work? Well, some sources state that Diclégis sales rose 21% in the months following Kim Kardashian's endorsements, and conversation around the drug increased by 500%, which was 3 times more than its leading competitor. So digital marketing can definitely be as insidious as other forms of marketing. It can reach people in new and more subtle ways. Also, because of the large amount of data that exists about each and every one of us who has an online profile, they are able to target us in better and more efficient ways than ever. It is more important than ever to be critical of where you've received your information from, or more importantly from whom, in order to not be biased by the techniques from pharmaceutical companies' promotional tactics.